Dwayne Johnson es amado en Argentina, él es rey en Terremoto, la Falla de San Andrés, un peliculón absoluto y estoy frente a él, no lo puedo creer. Thank you, Dwayne, for your time. Congrats on the movie. I watched it in 4D and I was there with you in the movie. Yes.
Yeah, last night.
Yes, what's great. Great,
Crazy,
what an
right?
adventure, yes.
Thank you.
What was your first impression after reading the script and what happened in your heart?
My first impression after reading the script was I loved it.
Yes.
I loved it, and I felt like I knew who this character was. I felt like I had a lot of similarities to him. Not in terms of him being a first responder or a helicopter, not that. That's, no.
Yes.
Just in terms of how he is struggling in his life, in terms of the relationships that he's in, and being he's divorced and struggling with his daughter. So there's a lot of things that I felt like I connected to. What I felt in my heart was audiences will enjoy this movie if we made it right, because, and what I mean by making it right is, you have a movie like San Andreas, it's gonna be big, the spectacle's gonna be big, visual effects, right, the whole thing. You have to have the family element, you have to have heart, it has to be rooted in something strong, that way, because otherwise, then it's just a big spectacle. I didn't want to make that type of movie. You know?
Talking about Ray, how do you create it and what emotional elements did you use?
I think to craft this character of Ray was, you start off with who he is and who he's written to be. Over 600 rescues, first responder. He's really a fantastic, phenomenal man. But then also, what are his flaws? And his flaws, like a lot of us are, he's not that great at relationships. I wish I was better. I'm not.
Yes.
You know, he struggles with his daughter. He lost a daughter.
Yes.
Who passed away in the past. So there's a lot of flaws to him, I think, that can balance out his greatness. But then he's still flawed on this side. And that happens to all of us. And in that, I felt like, oh, well, that's an interesting character to me. Not the character who is so heroic, never asks questions, has all the answers, wins everything, and he can be dropped from, you know, a building can fall on him, he's still gonna live. Like, that's not really interesting to me. Like, who's the guy who is great at one thing but also struggles at another?
What was the most difficult scene to make and why?
The most difficult scene to shoot was in the water tank where, you know, massive tsunami hits downtown San Francisco, and all of San Francisco is submerged underwater, including the skyscrapers. And the most difficult scene to shoot was where, as skilled as my character is, as a man, there's not too much he can't do. He can't save his daughter. And watching his daughter drown, and he can't save her, that was the most difficult thing.
Which is your favorite catastrophe movie?
Well, that's a good question. I think, let's see, I would say Titanic.
Yes.
There was The Perfect Storm, Towering Inferno.
San Andreas, yeah. It's a reborn of the genre.
Yes, yeah. And our
great.
goal was to, you know, redefine,
Yes.
the genre. So hopefully we did it.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Bye. Thank you.
That was good.